What is interesting about luxury is one of the verticals where we have the most assumptions, how it should look like, how people will relate to that. And God forbid you mention price.
I think in general there was never a more interesting and challenging time to work in the automotive industry, and specifically in automotive marketing. I think these are really the years that define the future of a brand moving forward, because it's not a one-sided communication anymore. Now we are in constant dialogue with our customers. They share opinions, they share statements, so ultimately it's more what matters to them actually than to us.
Question mark that we want, a big question mark that we wanted to solve. Is it correct to touch upon price when you're selling super premium, when you're selling luxury? And how would people react? And how would they react in each and every market? Will they behave the same way? Will they behave differently?
So Mercedes-Benz came to us earlier this year, and they asked us whether we can help them understand if mentioning price will have any impact on the brand, both in terms of purchase intent, but also whether it will hurt negatively the brand metric.
At the moment there was no specific car. We just wanted to test it out with the available assets that we have. So we decided to test it with the C-Class campaign. We had available assets and we decided to include the price communication within the assets, the current assets that we had.
So we created 3 different configurations. The first configuration had the normal branded asset, no mention of the price, very inspirational. The second configuration was again a long-form true view that was based on the branded asset, but we added a frame in the beginning and the end mentioning the offer and the price. The third configuration had the same price-oriented asset, the long form, the true view, but then we also added a shorter version, a cutout of the branded asset that focused solely on the price.
So we run the campaign, and after that we sat with the Google and YouTube team to understand the insights, and we were quite surprised with the insights we got. Obviously we kind of understood that price is the way forward, as a lot of the competitive landscape is already communicating prices, but we wanted to make sure that this is the right approach, and our theory or concerns were confirmed through the Unskippable lab insights.
What was surprising was the nuances and the differences between how Saudi people reacted to the experiment and how the population in UAE reacted to the experiment, which teaches us that more and more and more we have to push back the notion that one single global asset will work everywhere, because it's simply not true.
This is not the first time we work with the Google and YouTube team. We have a very strong relationship with them, and we feel like they're an extension to our team, and we work with them quite closely. Especially marketing nowadays is no longer about social science, it's more like science, and who better than Google to give us all the insights and the data points that we need.
Since they are the experts, they really allow us to get insights into our target group, into our audience, and most of all, what does our audience think of our campaign.